This EFL Cup quarter-final sees the Eagles face the Gunners once again in a repeat of last season's meeting in this very competition. Arsenal emerged victorious on that occasion, and they'll be hoping to replicate that result against familiar opposition. Arsenal have already defeated Crystal Palace in the league earlier this season, and with this tie being played at the Emirates, they come into the match with home advantage and momentum firmly on their side. With both teams facing important league fixtures over the weekend, player management will be a crucial factor in selecting the starting 11s. Injuries have forced both managers into difficult decisions, and despite the desire to rotate, each side will likely have to rely heavily on first-team players to remain competitive. For Arsenal, we should see Kepa return to the starting lineup, along with Lewis Kelly. It remains uncertain whether Arteta will choose to start Salmon, as this could be a demanding matchup against Mateta. However, Arteta may opt for that risk in order to rest Saliba. In midfield, Norgard and Eze are expected to feature, with Declan Rice potentially starting alongside them. Out wide, Madueke and Martinelli should occupy the wings. The central attacking role may come down to a decision between Merino and Gabriel Jesus, depending on whether Jesus is finally fit to start a match. From Arsenal's previous encounter with Palace, we know that the Eagles are willing to press aggressively once the ball enters their defensive half, attempting to shut down forward passing lanes and suffocate the player in possession. This pressing approach, however, comes with a significant risk, particularly near their own penalty area. If the opposition can't play quick, accurate passes through pressure, space opens up behind the press. This vulnerability was ruthlessly exposed by Manchester City in their recent clash. While Palace maintain a compact and disciplined defensive line, their attempts to aggressively close down the ball often leave exploitable gaps, creating high-quality goal-scoring opportunities for technically proficient teams. One major concern for Palace is their defending of set pieces and throw-ins. This weakness was clearly evident in their previous match against Leeds, where they conceded 4 goals from dead ball situations. Going forward, Palace have shown improvement in consistently occupying dangerous areas. Quick passing sequences allow them to find their striker early, while their wingers operate in narrower positions, enabling them to run between the fullback and centre-back to create chances. Despite this improvement in build-up and positioning, their finishing remains a major issue. Their goal conversion rate is poor relative to the volume of opportunities they generate. In transitions, Palace are fast and direct. They look to move the ball quickly into the forward line or build steadily between shifting play wide to the fullback. From there, crosses or passes are delivered into the box, often targeting the 4 or 5 attackers around the penalty area. This attacking intent comes at a cost. Their high defensive line leaves them vulnerable to quick counter-attacks, particularly against teams with pace and vertical passing quality. In this clash, for Arsenal, set pieces must be a primary area of focus. Given that Palace recently conceded 4 goals from dead ball situations, it's unlikely they've fully recovered from that setback in such a short time. Arsenal should look to capitalize on this vulnerability early. While Arsenal may not rely heavily on rapid combinations in the final third, they possess the technical quality to play sharp, incisive passes in tight spaces to break Palace's press. With Eze operating centrally, opportunities could open up for both him and Merino to find goal-scoring positions. Without the familiar Gabriel and Saliba partnership, Arsenal's backline will need to remain alert, particularly when dealing with Mateta and Nketiah, both of whom are capable of arriving in dangerous areas from crosses. Arsenal must also stay mindful of Palace's counter-attacking threat. When attacking deep in the opponent's half, it will be important for one fullback or Declan Rice to remain deeper and provide defensive cover. As the match progresses, fatigue is likely to impact Palace more heavily than Arsenal. Palace have played 5 matches in the last 2 weeks, and that workload should begin to show, especially if they are forced to chase the game late on. Arsenal should be well positioned to manage pressure and close the match out strongly. Taking all of this into account, my prediction for this match is a 2-1 victory for Arsenal. Palace face significant pressure in this fixture, balancing player workloads while managing the intensity Arsenal will bring. Their lack of squad depth is beginning to show at this stage of the season, and Arsenal's ability to call upon quality options from across multiple positions should ultimately make the difference. Crystal Palace are no pushovers, but their demanding schedule comes up against an Arsenal squad filled with players eager to stake a claim for starting roles in the league matches. That hunger, combined with superior depth and tactical flexibility, makes this a fixture Arsenal should control, even if it proves competitive. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more Arsenal analysis. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.